We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching. Hoard Illuminati.
Welcome to the Hoard Illuminati podcast. It's Adam, Gregg, Christel, and John today. How are you guys doing?
I am doing good. Christel is still, I don't know where. She's fixing something or making something in my life better, as always.
I'm doing good, man.
Hey, John, we got John Obi the OG today. How you been?
I've been real good, man. Been real good.
Good. Hanging out at home like the rest of us, trying to.
Yep. Wishing that there were more sports on TV.
Yeah.
Or any sports would be good. There's no sports, none.
I would watch soccer at this point.
I've taken to watching e-racing online at this point. So they're actually showing all these video game like IndyCar and NASCAR races on TV, and they're getting like 1 million viewers. It's crazy. That's how starved for attention people are for sports.
That's what the Caps are doing. They're basically simulating the rest of their season on NHL.
Oh, so they're just losing?
No, they're actually winning. It's great.
Oh, man. So we got an action-packed show today. Let's start out with what we always do, Hoard Updates, and where we ended up with our monuments. So, John, as our guest, I know you were throwing together that Volptex at the end. Did you make it?
Yes, I did end up making it about 24 hours beforehand.
Nice.
I'll admit I took a break at a really crappy time to stop. But, with the help of some other people, I was able to throw that together. It ended up at a 3 count.
Nice.
Very
And then,
very nice.
much like Greg, I have not picked the Series 7 Horde yet. Although, when I get bored, I just kind of say, send me Leia and take whatever. I don't care.
It's funny.
Well, there you go.
That's what I was kind of doing with that Vader that time. I was taking Vader just for the hell of it because I knew I could always convert it, and then I ended up hoarding the fucking thing.
Exactly. So I can always trade that Leia later for, an eventual Horde if I do pick one.
Yep, absolutely.
There you go. And you ended up with the Volptex Rainbow. Are you still trying to hunt down that one card?
I'm trying to hunt down the what was it? The Horde Marathon melds.
The Chore Horde. Horde.
Oh, those are
Because
tough.
I said fuck that and didn't do those.
Yeah, those.
So
But-
you need what?
Some of those are really low count, man.
The red and the blue. The red's a 10 count.
Hmm.
The blues in the 80s. I'll get them
Okay.
eventually. I just don't really give a shit right now.
Yeah, once blind trading finally works, I guess it'll be a little
Right.
easier.
Or you could just go on Reddit and put a bounty out on it.
Yeah, that
could.
seemed to work within
That's
an
what people
hour.
do now. They just go to Reddit and go, I'll give you something if you can find me this card. You know what you should do is talk to Scarlet Witch. Because he's a crafty little guy, and he is really good at finding stuff, man. You'd be amazed what he can turn up.
Or as we found out with Matricobus, Sasha's dad. He
Yeah,
found
Sasha's dad.
that crazy 2 count for him.
Yeah, those are definitely 2 go-tos for something if you can't find it, even with no blind. I don't know how they do it, but they do
Yeah.
it.
I've got a list of people who have it. I've just been too lazy to send trades.
Really
The
fucking
truth
crazy.
comes out.
Like, super fucking lazy. I know where they are. I'm just not going to send any trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm obstinate. I'm waiting for them to come to me.
Absolutely.
So Greg, how did your Rise of Skywalker monuments turn out? Did you meld multiples?
No.
You're talking about it.
I didn't. I ended up, it was more of a cock block than anything, and I think it was fairly effective at that point because the Jana only came in at 4, and that's where it got to pretty much within the first day or two. It went to 4, and then it never budged. And I did kind of make a half-hearted effort at it. I got up to about 200 whites. I had all the other requirements knocked out, and I got up to about 200, maybe 250 whites. Couldn't get any further with it at all. Iverson Exquisite was making a run, and he was really gathering up a ton of the ROS base for, but I don't even know if he got one of them put together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's tough. If you don't have, we all threw that together, what, December? early January, and
Most of
there
it
were
was
still
done
people
before they
trading.
changed the app. Most of it was
Yeah.
done before they changed the app, and once they changed the app, it just became fucking impossible. And by the time they got out to the week of, the trading on those things was just absolutely dead. I was hitting the feed and looking, and there was only a couple of people really even trying anything with it. It just, there was no motion on it, so really couldn't do it. But I was happy. I got my one done, and so I got one of 4. And then Dio ended up at 3.
Okay.
I think that shows how difficult those fucking things were, because there's a lot of other ones out there, even in the wave 3 that came in much higher. Most of these came in at 3 and 4 most, and that was it.
My Sith Jetpack Trooper came in at 2.
Yeah.
So
Those
it
by
was
you and Darth Vader.
Exactly. And
I do believe he got them all. They did switch out. They fixed his requirements problem, and he was able to get it all put together.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they did the monuments for him. I'm glad that they came up with a nice solution with a doable amount, but it's a shame that they really didn't come out with those requirements until after the cards were already out of the store.
It probably it probably had something to do with the fact that they were so low, because it was it was fits and starts. Oh, we're doing it, then we're not, then we're not. Everybody just kind of like said, by the time they got around to going, okay, this is what it is, and we're actually doing it. They're going to have names. Everyone was at the fuck it point. There's like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. And aside from that free pack that everyone got, everything above red, I believe, was crystal only. So yeah, it made it really tough to even get 5 oranges of those 10 greens.
Yeah, it was rough sledding, but got it done. And Crystal's, I think Crystal's guy came in at, I think it was 3. She had the Buster Sword guy.
Yeah, that's right. That Knight of Ren guy.
There was one guy that was trying to do all the Knights of Ren, but I think he only actually got into the 200s on all of them. I don't know that he even got one of them put together.
Wow. Yeah, I had a guy come to me with like 3 hours to go. And he's like, I'll give you whatever you want for your Kylo Rens. And I had one of each. And he was asking for one of each. And I'm like, He threw in like one of those, what were they, crystal only, like Fans Choice Ulas or something like that. I'm like, I don't really care. But I looked at his stack. I'm like, maybe I can help him out if he's getting close. And the guy had like 21 whites and like 2 greens. And I'm like, I said, quite frankly to him, I'm like, dude, you're not going to make it. I don't want to take all your stuff if you're not going to make it. He's like, yeah, you're right. I've been declined left and right a week ago. I'm like, you should have started more than a week ago. Right. I'm like, where were you? I mean, it's like,
there's no reason to break your sets at that point for somebody just straight up, no way are they going to make it.
Yeah. Especially Kylo Ren, of all characters in there. Yeah. You're going to try and do Kylo with hours and a week, even a week to go, and you only got to 20?
That's Sorry, not a dude. Buster Sword guy.
No.
No offense.
It's not a Sith jetpack trooper either. So
where did you come in on your Buster Sword guy? Where'd you get?
I think he was 3.
I thought it was 3 too.
Me,
that's what I thought.
Darth Nato and Iverson.
Oh, okay. So Iverson did make at least one. Good.
He was
struggling.
Good for him. He helped me a ton with my Voltex monument.
He's a nice guy. He's in tarot cards too. He's Red Elephant in tarot cards.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Small world of digital cards.
Well, now that Series 6 monuments are officially over, let's talk about what's your favorite monument in your collection of all time right now.
It's always going to be Dak Ralter, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only 4 of them. And I have 2 of them, thanks to our friend BB Fett in 1974, basically gave me his monument from it, So, and that was the first one I ever did, and it's still, though, that's the one that means the most to me. So, no, there's no contest. Although I really like the Obi that I got this time too. The new Obi is really, really cool.
And he's the one we all refer to as Yaddle. Everyone knows him as Yaddle.
Yeah, the Yaddle guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a sweetheart of a guy, the nicest.
John, what about you?
I can't really say that any of my monuments I like them more than the others. I mean, we all know I pick my hordes based on what base card I like the image the best on, not really a character. One of them doesn't really necessarily have any more value to me than any others. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be the Series 5 Leia and C-3PO.
That is a cool one. That
That's
is a cool one.
yeah. Well, you seem to switch. You don't seem to have like a. I just have such an attachment to Dak. That's just kind of been my guy forever, and that's where it comes from. So I think it's because you just change every time, and you never form any attachments. There's something missing in you, John.
I have commitment issues. What can I say?
That's what it is. Well, you're in the right game.
So,
I
Crystal,
mean, I started out with the Han. If they had Series 3 expansion monuments, that Han would be my favorite hands down, but they didn't.
They blew it.
They killed it.
So Crystal, how about you? What's your favorite monument you have?
Corday.
Corday. Oh, going Series 1. All right.
Yeah. Because she's a 7 count and I have 3 of them.
Nice. I didn't realize.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just had to check.
Damn.
I'm like, I forgot I got the 3rd one. I don't even
Damn.
remember where I got that one.
I think I picked that up somewhere along the way.
Somewhere.
Probably, it's probably from what's the one lady who quits it all the time? She comes in and then she quits. I can't remember her name now.
I don't know.
Oh, is it Johnalik or whatever it is?
Yeah, John Lee. Yeah.
Oh
she-
no, I got hers a while ago.
long time
Long
ago.
time
Because
ago.
she had a bunch of low counts on those,
Yeah,
and
I got hers
we got a
long time
bundle of those.
I don't know where
Nice.
yeah, I like that one.
Blowed up Corday.
Cool.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
I think for me, that it's my Series 1 Count Dooku. It's the Sith card. It's the one that started all the hoarding stuff. It's the one that really got me sucked into the game. So that's what I'm going with. It's a 9 count. It's a little bit higher than everyone else's, but that thing is what got me started. It doesn't have my current name on there. It's got my old game name on it from my old ass iPhone 4S on it, and but I still love it. Still love it. So we had a contest last week, and just about no one entered.
I know, but we had a blast. We had so much
We
fun.
had
Oh my
we
God.
had a ball.
We made so many drinks. Saturday night was fucking wild, man. We were lit. We were making
I know.
at like 3 and 4 in the afternoon. We're making drinks. It's like, oh shit, it's on. And we made a bunch of really fun ones. And the Obi-Wan something to drink came out perfect. We even had a glass that looked exactly like the glass drinking from. It looked perfect. And it wasn't anything to write home about as far as a drink,
It's just something to drink.
flavor, but it was something to drink. It would make you drunk if you drank several of those. And I think that's probably that's all he cares about.
Well, I mean,
So go through the things you guys made again, because you're popping up all over Twitter.
Yeah, we
and
have.
on Reddit
It's
and
so much
stuff.
fun.
But
It's fun.
But let's
was the-
round up what we did, and then let's award the entry, the single real entry we got, and we'll give that away. So
First was Hosni and Rubble.
yes,
Hosni-
Crystal, explain Hazi and Rubble.
it is almonds coated with Tabasco and then rolled in sugar and then baked.
Yeah, so
So
it
it kind
candy.
of candies.
Mhm.
And it's delicious. It's
Yeah.
all gone.
They didn't
It's
like
all
it.
gone.
Her parents stole them.
Yeah.
We
I
took
took them next door to them. I'm like, hey, why don't you guys try these? Because, Saturday afternoon, whatever. I'm like, here, try these. And they're like, oh, these are good. And then they didn't give the plate back. And I was just like, okay.
Okay. We were able to reclaim them
Okay.
the next day, what was
A
left.
couple days later, we
Yeah.
reclaimed what was little left. But
They were a hit. They were a hit.
they were
They were
great.
really good. I mean, they
I
were.
think we're supposed to make them again.
Yeah, we can. They were
But
super.
what else are we going to do?
They were very, very hot because I
Yes.
put a shitload of Tabasco in there. I mean, they were like dripping with Tabasco. And then I rolled them in like this brown sugar. It's kind of like, it's not brown sugar. It's like a natural unbleached sugar called
Mhm.
Hoard Crystals.
Raw sugar?
They should be, just raw sugar. And they should give us some money for the props on that. And then put it on the plate, on foil that I had greased. And then, because the candy's gonna stick to everything, and then I just dusted more over top of it and baked it. It came out like almost like a brittle, like a peanut brittle. So you had to break it all up and everything, but it stayed super red, and then some on the outer edges were kind of darker than the ones on the inside. So you had some of these burnt bits and everything. It was fantastic. I mean,
very Hosnian.
it looked great, and it tasted fantastic. I mean, we busted through those in no time at all. They're delicious. So that was a hit.
Nice.
And then for drinks, one of the first was something to drink, and basically all it was like, I think it was vodka and a little bit of Sprite and then a little bit of food coloring. There really wasn't a lot going on with flavor, but it looked perfect. It looked dead on, exactly like what Obi drinks in that scene in Attack of the Clones. And then the Star Killer, man.
Oh, that's the best.
That was the fucking best. It was really good. Because
all right.
Basically, just the theme was something that they would do at Galaxy's Edge. And this drink, really all it was a margarita. But it was a tarted up margarita. It was just basically, it was Patron Silver, lime juice, a little bit of I think a little bit of Sprite just to give it a little bit of fizz. And then it had we have these glowing ice cubes that they have in drinks all the time at Disney, which we always get those drinks at Disney and take those, and they're in our freezer. So I put it on red, and then with a red straw coming out of it, like the bolt coming out of the Star Killer base. It was fucking awesome. It really looked great.
Nice.
And, it had the effects.
And a red straw.
Yeah, it was a red
and
straw.
You have to get a red straw of some kind.
It fit the theme. I mean, it was probably the most on point. Like, you could see them selling that at Galaxy's Edge. And when one came out, people would be like, oh, what's that? I want one of those. It was great.
And they would chant, Star Killer,
Star Killer, Star Killer. Or the bartender would have a rant. At the thing. This is the end of the filthy, resistance and get all frothy at the mouth and shit. It would be amazing. Or they could have a special Imperial officer come out and serve it to you. That would be amazing. I love that. That was fun. And then what else did we have?
Babu Frick?
We had the Babu
Frick. So that's when we really went over the edge.
By the time we got to Babu Frick, we were drunk. And so it was basically like whiskey with some bitters and a little splash of ginger ale, and then garnished with a C-3PO action figure.
In the drink.
stick a fucking C-3PO in that thing. It was stupid as hell. But it was, like I said, we were already pretty fucked up by that point. And then the last one was the Ginger General, which we discussed.
It was ridiculous.
It was a fucking monstrosity.
It was just how I thought it would work.
It looked like something from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was the nastiest looking thing with this orange.
It was so delicious.
Orange foam with big bubbles coming out of the top of it. Oh my God, it looked horrifying. And there's pictures online. You can see the tweet. I would never. And it looked like it would just dissolve your throat.
It was so good.
We liked it, though. We were fucked up. It was a good time. We had a great time last Saturday.
It had that whole packet of emergency in there, so, I'm not going to get COVID now.
It's a healthy choice. Yeah, if vitamin C will keep you from it, you're in good shape.
But, yeah, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. With the ginger ale in there, it frothed, and then when I put the emergency in there, it just frothed up, and it was
like foam with these big bubbles, I mean, it looked like this.
It was so Galaxy's Edge.
It was very Galaxy's Edge, and that would be another one. When that came out, people would go, "Ooh, what's that?
What's that?"
So is it named after Hux? Because if you drink too many of them, you're gonna have to start walking with a cane.
Maybe.
Possibly, or it looked like it'd blow a hole in the middle of you.
It could.
It was awful looking. I was scared of it. I was like, "You're not gonna drink that, really, are you?" And she's like, "Watch me fucking drink this."
What else am I gonna do?
So you made a snack, Adam.
Yes. I left the bartending to you guys, and because you guys took control of that.
Our strength.
So I made the Junlin Waste. So that was a caramel corn topped with coconut and mini chocolate chips. So it was kind of like a caramel corn Girl Scout Samoa is what it ended up tasting like. And it's delicious.
And the sweet and the chocolate and the coconut. Fuck me. I would love to. I'm sick in the head for coconut. I love it.
So it's not like the caramel corn recipe is not like the kind that gets stuck in your teeth. It's kind of firms up more like a toffee on there. So it's really delicious. So check out all our recipes. They're still, the tweet is still pinned at Hoardcast, and I think most of them ended up on the Reddit thread also. So go to the episode 103 thread in Reddit, in the Star Wars Trader subreddit, and you can see all these recipes. But yeah, that popcorn, it made like a basically a roasting pan's worth, and it was gone in like 2.5 days. That shit was annihilated.
Well, so we did have a winner.
Yes, we did have one true entry. Our friend Tim Hasmetzi. Now he said just put some beer in a dirty glass. That doesn't count, Tim. I'm sorry. Good effort, but that doesn't count. I'm sorry. But Dan, who's Qui-Gon Gin and Tonic in the app, he sent in his essential Qui-Gon Ginlet, and I will quote his recipe. Finish an 11-hour shift at 4 a.m. at your quote-unquote essential job. Come home and make a standard gimlet on oversized Rise of Skywalker glass consisting of 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of rose-sweetened lime juice over ice. Step 3, say fuck it and dump the rest of the gin in the glass, polishing off the bottle. Stir with a sanitized finger and enjoy.
Yeah. I like to just dump it all in there.
Yeah.
Drink all of it.
So you're going to get some shit from us. See some trades later in the day.
Yep. Yeah, we'll send him something.
Qui-Gon
Gin and Tonic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Perfect, because he had a gin drink too. So.
Yep. So
thanks
that's
for
where we
getting
were
on
with
board with our dumb idea. And if
Yeah.
nobody had, we would have. Okay.
kept our cards. We would have kept our cards.
I just got a message from Zoom saying that they just eliminated the 40-minute time limit from our meeting.
Oh, good.
That's good because
they took a listen and were like,
We're
oh,
20
yeah,
minutes in.
a while.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes into what we thought is probably going to be a long podcast. We need to get going.
Yeah. So let's get
on this now. Jesus fucking Christ.
So let's get started. Let's talk Disney Collect.
Okay.
So they had an April Fool's set that was quite fun this week. It was like a full bleed Donald Duck set with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, causing all sorts of trouble for Donald. It was a 7-card set. I did it. It was a lot of fun. I'm waiting for the award. The problem is with so many of these Disney sets is they're like, hey, you get this April Fool's set. You think, oh, this is going to be available for one day, and then you throw together the set and you look and you're like, oh, there's still 13 days to go for packs. Yeah, it's like it's going to be mid-April before this April Fool's set gets an award, and everyone's going to forget about it. So I like the set. I hate that it takes that long. Next, they had an Easter basket melt. So everyone got a free pack that included eggs and something that was supposed to resemble chocolate of Mickey and Minnie. And what everyone realized is that these chocolate pieces on their own just look like pieces of crap.
Yeah, I didn't realize that because I never paid any attention to it. So
yeah,
so on that joy.
Within our group, we're like, Matt was saying that this looks like something out of his kid's diaper, and I'm like, yeah, I've shoveled some of that out of my yard recently. So it's terrible. I posted that to Twitter, and everyone's like, I was waiting for someone else to say that because that sure is what it looks like to us. So the meld is a basket with all the eggs and stuff. It's only available in the claim packs. So good luck collecting those. They're supposed to be 1 in 3. I've gotten like 1 in like 2 days of doing claim packs.
Do you do anything with Disney, John?
I have the app. I constantly forget to open it. So it's on my phone.
Well, there you go. Let's move on to Marvel. As we can see, we've got a ton to talk about in some of these apps today. Marvel also had an April Fool's set. It was a nice Loki set. It was available in 2 variants, cheap packs, really good images. And then I went, oh, hey, I'm out of coins in Marvel. What else can I do? Nothing. So, meh.
That's
and
cool.
meh.
I don't have any money there. I never have any coins. Things pop up, and I'm like, okay, well, over to eBay I go, you know.
Speaking of apps on my phone that I forget to open.
Yeah. Continuing theme here on the Illuminati podcast.
Yeah,
What is that? Oh, I forgot I had that.
Yeah. So that's Marvel. Ooh. Let's talk tarot cards. Greg, you want to take that one?
Well, let's see. The Clownado that, of course, I've told you I not like this. I don't like it. Is continuing. They just started with characters and SIGs, which is pretty common thing. We saw that with Velocipaster as well, where they'd have a set of featuring the characters and then SIGs from the different actors. So that's out there. Rigo is still going on. I think there's one more week, I want to say. Usually wrong when I say that, but that's still going. The Book of the Dead is still going. Ben, the funniest thing this week was he actually did. I got up and, get up early in the morning. I usually open tarot cards first things because I'm looking to see what fire melds are up for the day because I'm still like 5 or 6 away from being done with that. And so I go in and here's this thing saying, what is it, Guilted or Quilted? I think it was
Guilted. Yeah. Guilted.
And and it was basically like a mockery of Gilded.
Mm-hmm.
They
Good
were
stuff.
basically making fun of Gilded that we see on Star Wars, and so it was the classic thing we were talking about, where they had he had like a huge frame and a little tiny image in the middle of it, and it was this Tiffany Shepis card from the first year of the app, which is a pretty hot card, and I think it's only about a 9 count.
Wow.
It was actually kind of a point of contention at one point. There was I will call it an argument between me and a user about that card because he was like offering some new garbage thing for that card. And I'm like, dude, nobody's going to give you a nude Tiffany Shepis 9 count for what you're doing right now. Use your fucking brains. And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Just because she's nude, it doesn't add value.
Well, then why do you want it?
What planet are you living on that a picture of a nude woman in a card app mainly used by men is not going to have more value? Give me a fucking break. So yeah, we went back and forth on that, but it was kind of funny that to see that card again. And I was like, man, I'd throw some fucking shit to try to pull one of those guilds of those things if he did it, But it was cool. It was good. It was a good gag, and everyone got a little giggle out of it. And it was, it wasn't one of those things where, they're pulling the rug out from under you with their trick or anything. It's just kind of like a little tee hee ha ha and move on.
Nice.
So that's it for tarot cards.
All right. So let's move on to Huddle, where they
can't
have
move on. They can't move on. They can never get
they
away.
have failed. They have failed. So let's talk Huddle.
Okay.
For whatever reason, as of March 31st, really nothing happened in the app. And then by about April 2nd, 2 days after their license had expired, you go in and, hey, you get an error message when you log in now,
Right.
but you can still buy packs. You can still get the same Stadium Club.
I think it's still giving you coins every day too.
It's still giving you coins every day as well.
And you can get claim packs, and
Claim packs, wheel, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid as hell. They'll figure it out eventually, I guess. I don't know if they'll get in trouble for it or anything. I think they just couldn't produce new product, so
yeah,
leave it in there for people to come in and waste coins on. I don't know, but yeah, it's they can't seem to let go. They did get rid of the diamond store and the coin store, so you can't buy currency anymore.
Yeah, you hit the little plus sign and it just takes you right back to the store.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. So at least that's over with now. So nobody's going to come in and go, I'm going to load up on some diamonds here and wait for the next big hot drop.
Yeah.
Get that hot drop.
I wonder how many diamonds they actually sold since that announcement.
Probably not many. I didn't.
Yeah.
Why would anybody buy any? That'd be stupid.
Yeah. But they still have those low count jersey packs for like 3,000 crystals in the store. It's like, I mean, I guess if you've got crystals still there, I mean, what else are you going to do with them? But
Right.
the whole thing's just shitty. It's
Yep.
just shitty.
Yeah.
It's over with. So
Yeah. So that's what's not happening in Huddle, I guess. But it just seemed weird. You're expecting like this big switchover to happen right away, and just like so many other things, it's just half-assed.
it feels like the way that the UFC one, the punch 'em guys.
Yeah, knockout.
It kind of ended the same way. I mean, they basically just kind of, in May they had a drop, and then everything just kind of went to sleep.
Died on the vine.
Yeah, and I think some of those packs, and I think base packs are still there from the last year. You can still blow coins on stuff there, but nothing new has happened since. So I think that's, you know, kind of the way it's going to go. It's funny too, because we've been through so many times in Star Wars where things went quiet and everyone's like, oh, that's the end of the app.
Yep.
It's over. Like they wouldn't have a drop for a week and everyone's like, it's over. It's done. And then, you know, of course, then they come roaring back with 10 things, and, you know, hammer you all at once. So, but now we know at least what that looks like. I mean, if they go quiet for more than a week, oh shit. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So that's what's happening there. And God, I hope that they get their shit together and throw it into that something. Just do something to make it look different and give the users a little bit of an announcement of what next steps are.
Why'd they put any kind of resources in a dead app that they can't make money off of?
Well, they already said it's going to change at some point.
At some point, yeah, they'll transition in the Marvel build, and you know, that'll happen, but nobody will be left to scream. It'll be the quietest changeover ever. You know,
Yeah,
oh, my collection looks like shit. This card sheet doesn't make any sense. Well, there won't be anybody there to do that. It'll be like 3 guys going, okay, I guess.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if they just leave the sections the same. They're just like limited inserts, base, awards, whatever, you know, just like leave it.
I would think that the way that it seems to be the way that these databases are assembled, they have to be in some kind of compliant manner. They all seem to follow the same template of a card sheet with the different rarities and stuff. So they'll just cram everything into those rarities in the tier system that we have in Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, and that's what'll happen. So.
But they've already shown that they can do whatever and add new sections every week. When we have fans' choice voting in Star Wars, they just add a new section that says like fans' choice 1, fans' choice 2, and it's not like they can't accommodate more sections. They choose not to.
Well, I mean, remember the lime green section they added just for Greg's card.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was so funny. Yeah. Well, there should be Yeah. Okay. There should be a new category for unissued awards that people have already too.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk Star Wars.
Okay. Well, let's go into it then.
I realized a while back that long-term commitments just aren't my thing, man. 30 weeks, 3 ways to 10. I can't do it. It's too much. I got myself a brand new jam. I'll be keeping it weekly, baby. I'll be keeping it weekly. I'll be keeping it weekly, baby. I'll be keeping it weekly.
Okay, keeping it weekly. Sunday, editor's choice. Nope, sorry, top's choice. My bad again. It was cool. It was a loft cat, but it was like the most unattractive picture of a loft cat they could possibly find. Yeah. Why though? And Gilded Galaxy. Leave Little Hucks alone. Gilded Galaxy this week is going to be bays. So there's that. Monday we had Chewbacca as the hero. Tuesday for droids, it was a super battle droid. And I think I saw you like the card and we're really excited about it or something.
Everyone was ripping on it. I thought it was neat. That was nice.
Okay. So
At least it was a new image.
He's hoarding super battle droids.
No, I'm not. It's just I'm contrary.
Yes, you are. And then Wednesday for the featured creature, it was Banthas. So I know somebody was trying out some Banthas.
Yeah, I was lucky. I got 2 of them in coin packs in the 4 o'clock drop. And I melded a red and I sent it to Duels and said, hey, your little buddy was wandering loose. I sent it back to him.
Cool. Then Thursday up, it's our favorite. It's that tournament style fan choice nonsense. And it was Grief Karga versus Cara Dune. That was wow.
Not fair.
Not fair.
Not
of course
fair.
Cara won.
Yes, she's cool.
And if she didn't win, she'd beat your ass. So, okay. And then yesterday for Friday, villains, it was Captain Kennedy.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
I went crazy. I opened 2 of I opened a jumbo on my main, didn't get it because I was going for the red. And so, but I'm like, oh shit, 6 purples, cool. And then I went to my alt and pulled the red. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Captain Kennedy. And I got the red. And Crystal's like, I need to borrow that red.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't know how many freaking super packs I 3 or 4 or something. I still didn't get a red, and then I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
So she's
like,
she's
Greg,
she's
do
hol-
you have a red?
she's keeping Captain Kennedy safe for me until after awards, and in the meantime I'll get a shitload of purples. I think I have like
Yeah.
27 of the purples already.
Yeah, I have.
Wow.
And people were sending me like the base ones too. I had several people send me just the base version, going, "Hey, I know you want this," so that was nice.
And let's see, Saturday last week it was wasn't that the F up they did with Felucia?
Yeah.
that was a bad concept.
Yeah, it was Felucia last week. So who knows what the card will be this week and what card you'll actually get when you open a pack. I mean, you never know.
Well, they did do a meld for that one. You could take the wrong one that you pulled and meld it for the right one, which was a good
I
solution.
ain't got time to pay attention to that nonsense.
Yeah, well, it was a good
But
solution.
no, I'm just, it's going to be a new card. Maybe it's a new card. Maybe it's a battle droid from the first week. Who knows?
I don't know.
You never know.
We never know.
You never know.
Hey, it was great. I had dupes of that Poe card, so
Oh,
worked out for me.
that works out nicely. Sorry, this one's been time stamped. You can't meld this one.
And that was the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then, well, I mean, we got it. Before we go into anything else, we still haven't finished with vintage.
No.
Oh my gosh.
We had predictions of,
Bruh.
okay, this is going to be rough. We figured.
It wasn't that bad though, because we had all those Galaxy's Edge drinks.
Yeah,
So
it
it
definitely took the
yeah,
edges
it was
off
like,
there.
you know,
Definitely tapped off some of the
Ordinarily, he
Sharpie.
would have been like,
I was just going, I love you guys.
You're like, oh,
I'm
those silly guys. What are they
I
doing?
feel so warm. Yeah, I love you.
So I finally got my vintage wave 1 and 2 awards. Somehow I didn't get either, even though I had all the cards, both waves. So I can't wait to not get the wave 3 award sometime today or tomorrow. But yeah, it was the wave 1. I had the shelf award, no card. Wave 2, no shelf award, no card. I submitted a ticket, didn't hear anything on wave 1, then realized I didn't get wave 2 while the ticket was still outstanding. Really bitched at him through Jizz Blanket and said, hey, this is fucking ridiculous that I didn't get both awards and they're ready. Here's all the screenshots. They sent me wave 2 and 50,000 coins. They're like, here, sorry about this. We've issued wave 2. And I'm like, cool. How about wave 1? Like 2 days later, I didn't hear anything back. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Thank you for issuing wave 2. How about wave 1? And it just came through as a claim. No apology, no message in it. Just like,
Shut up,
here's your
take a
vintage.
card.
Here's your vintage 1 award.
Take a card.
But
Shut
is
up.
this the largest issue we have?
Really, Adam? No, this is his
Yeah.
issue.
Well,
He's
this is
airing it.
this is
He's airing it again.
I was just amazed because I never got both of wave awards, but no, this is definitely small potatoes compared to the
Definitely, no,
larger
I would say
overarching issue
overarching thing
that the
most
app
people are
build
concerned
and
I mean, most people
not
were like,
much.
damn, where are Adam's
Where are
wave
Adam's
awards?
awards? When are they going to get this straight?
Yes,
I mean,
I can't open packs.
No.
And yes, the store's been down.
I know the app has
app's
been down for 6
4
hours now, and
But what about Adam's
you
wave
know,
awards?
this is a good time for me to open a ticket up for Adam.
I-
and get that taken care of.
Thank you. It's about
Well, so-
goddamn time you guys noticed.
So the bigger problem was that they completely, like, you know, despite their best laid plans that splitting the drop was somehow going to fix what went horribly wrong, it made it even worse because
Oh, yeah.
Much worse.
the whole thing like shit the bed in the first 20 minutes for everybody. And
Yep.
they took down every single app on that build for the next 4 hours. So Bunt was down. Disney was down, Marvel was down, Star Wars was down. They were all down for hours and hours, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on. And I know these guys in Bunt are like, hey, what the hell's going on? What did we do? They didn't do shit. It's just because they're all on that same server, and it just absolutely shit the bed. Lowe's got a lot to answer for. I want to see a
Lowe.
tech update from Lowe
Where's
Wednesday
Lowe?
because he's got some shit to answer for because that shit was fucked up beyond comp. Like
That was bad.
we thought it was going to be bad. But we didn't know it could be that bad. I
that
mean,
was bad.
we even actually got a new maintenance screen. We've never
Yeah.
seen.
Exciting.
We were in maintenance mode and we got a new screen we'd never seen before. It was amazing. And then they finally I want to say about 7:30 or so, it just kind of quietly, the other ones were coming up one by one by one.
Yep.
And finally Star Wars comes up and they didn't address shit. And just, you went in and, of course the coin packs were gone. History. No
Yep.
more of those, but they still had crystal packs left. And there was people I know that, like our friend Biggs, they'd gone to bed long ago. They weren't up to pull. And they just quietly sold out. And then they didn't fully sell out. They still had cards that they had not sold out that they had to put back. Was it Sunday or Monday?
It was into Monday.
I think it was Monday, yeah, because they still had like a couple 300 of a bunch of the cards that they had not sold out. So they just kind of
Did we
slipped
get
those
an
into the stores.
apology or an explanation other than the
No.
pack?
No.
They gave us a pity pack with base. Thanks for the base cards and like 25K. And then I think on Monday they gave us another 25K. So we got a big 50K out of that whole deal.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
rough.
Well, the reason why we got that extra pack, I figured it out, is when the first pack went up, like a day later, or all the other apps were like, hey, sorry, this one happened. And here's 25K. And we're kind of like, okay, where is it in Star Wars? They said, go to the free pack store, which didn't exist in Star Wars.
Yeah,
and
there
then,
is no such animal.
No, and then when they finally put it up, the counter for the free pack had two different counters. In the top, it said 1 day and 10 hours. And next to the pack, it said 5 hours. So I'm like, which is it? Is it 5 hours? Is it 34 hours?
Well,
This doesn't make any sense.
You should have waited
And-
6 hours to find out.
No, I needed my base cards.
What my free
for-
cards?
I needed my free cards to make up for the hours of anguish. So then they put it up
Really
the
shown
next day.
by waiting 6 hours at them.
Yeah,
You'd have taught them a lesson.
for sure. That'd have been like, oh shit, he didn't claim it.
That fucker. He's going to open up a ticket about this now.
The real reason there were 2 claim packs, one was for Adam's first vintage award, and the other was for the second one.
You're goddamn right it was. You're goddamn right it was.
Specially generated apology packs just for Adam. Shut up,
Yes.
please. Here.
So
Award and everything. Leave us alone. Just like it's crying.
did you guys notice that once again they blame the vendor
Yes.
for all these issues?
Yeah, they need a new vendor.
Yeah.
Low.
Jesus.
It was rough. So it was
not good.
It was not good and a big fumble, but I mean, 2,500 count cards. They got out there. I'm sure everybody that wanted to was able to finish their shit, and now we just coast into hopefully not the next disaster with the awards, because that Ray award's supposed to, if you don't get your Wave 3 award and your overall award, what's going to happen? Because I know a guy who's not gotten Wave awards.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but he sounded really angry. He's
always pissed off about something. But if they fuck that up and then you don't get your Ray award, holy shit, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Watch me go.
I'm waiting.
Watch me go. I'm ready to lose my mind right now. I'm always ready to lose my mind. And Crystal's supposed to get it now too, because she's got all the vintages.
Yes, I do.
Late breaking news.
Congratulations in advance for not getting your award.
Yeah.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to hearing about your ticket next week.
Yes.
That'll be the overarching problem for the entire show.
Tickets.
Ticket.
Just blanket.
Just blanket.
Oh man. So it was a shit show last week.
That was bad. So it'll be nice to actually get vintage behind us, to tell you the truth. Just have it
Also,
over.
By popular demand, vintage back.
Wave 5.
Wave 5.
couple more things on the vintage situation, then we'll move on. One, did you guys notice that Bunt only gave 10,000 and the other apps gave 25? Don't be cheapskates, Bunt. Give 25.
Well, that used to be the daily for Bunt, so that's kind of where the expectation is for a daily there.
It wasn't their fault. Wasn't their fault.
You're in
Give them
Bunt,
25.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, you know what you signed up for.
You know what you signed up for.
Yeah. And second, shout out to our friend Josh Dunk TK421. He pulled one of the claim tickets for the vintage
he
Hunt.
did. Yeah, I was so jealous, and he left it out there so like he could get shit offers all week.
And
They
he
were
did.
Beautiful.
Oh, they were really good offers. They were also good.
Yeah. Didn't someone offer him a vintage Han for the vintage Han claim ticket, which comes with the vintage Han?
So,
So then,
what a deal!
yeah, so then I'll claim the ticket and get my vintage Han back. I've got this all thought out. There was
Yeah.
literally no win in there for him at all. And then I think that Deli Uric guy is still trying to trade his, but the deadline for getting the vintage Han has already passed. The deadline for that was yesterday at like 10 a.m. So if somebody trades to get the ticket off of him, they're not going to get a vintage Han because they didn't have it by the deadline.
Yeah. They're still getting they're still trading for a 1 count.
Yeah, it's still a great card, but you don't think you're getting that and you're going to get a vintage Han because you're not. It's right there.
Which I'm a bit perplexed about how these are all 1 counts when they're all the same thing, but whatever. It stops.
I
know that
they've had the same kind of thing before with there was Inception sets in Huddle where there were like 5 different cards and they were numbered and they had to do them each. So they were technically a 1 of 1. It was the same kind of thing. It's some kind of harebrained misfunction in the way that their shit works. That's how they had to do it.
Okay. And those people are stuck with those in Huddle now too. So good for them.
Yeah.
So let's talk April Fool's meme set. I did this one. I still don't know if I like it.
I like it. I thought they were cute. They're good looking cards and they're okay.
I like the images. I don't know if I'm going to go back and like look at them in the future. Like if I'm going to go, ooh, let me view this set in its entirety. I don't think I'm going to do that, but it was something to do. And they gave you a free pack with some coins and stuff. So
Yeah, they were
from that regard, it was good.
They're
But
fun.
the real kicker here was 2 gold gilded cards. And the first one was the main 4. There was the Luke, Leia, Lando, and Han card, and it was like said friend zone on it,
Yeah.
and it was 8675309 credits.
Yeah.
And that was snapped up near instantly by a farmer and then thrown on the bay for something like $200. And then it's been slowly reduced over the week, and I think it's down to like 125 there.
Yeah.
And there are people who are like, I don't know if I should spend my coins. I'm like, why wouldn't you just hit the smash instantly?
Smash
What are
it,
you going
right.
to do
It's
with those
3
8 million
for
coins?
1 count gilded. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But nobody has those kind of coins. You know, a farmer.
There are a few people.
Yeah, actually, there's people in our group that have that.
Our friend Dan Sigel has that.
Yeah, Dan Sigel's
Yeah.
probably got like 15 million. It's crazy.
Yeah. So if you missed out on a gilded 1 count with 4 main characters on it for coins. So
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, by the time I saw it, it was gone. I was doing something else and it was already gone. I wouldn't have the coins.
No, me either.
And then they had another one for crystals, but they wanted like, was it 100,000 crystals or something?
They wanted, it was 99,999 crystals, and then I'm like, who's gonna buy that shit for $500 or $400? But then I saw it was sold later, and it was reduced. They reduced it to 9,999. So someone got a deal on that.
That's
actually.
not bad. That's really not bad. I don't know how much that is in dollars, but it's not an awful lot.
Just shy of 50. It's really not bad.
Yeah, and it was Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
And Leia on there, I think too.
Interesting. Yeah. So it was a cool card. That was kind of fun, and I like the regular cards in that set. I thought they were pretty cute.
Yeah, and they were all different shaped and sizes and things. It worked, but
They were all over
you know,
It was something fun.
It
It
was-
was cheap to pull and put together, and it was a big set to trade around with, and people were swap shopping and
Yeah, people were actually trading, so
had something
that
to
was
do. I mean,
nice.
we're all fucking cooped up in the house. Why not?
The Masterworks set is still going. Clone Wars is still going. You
Gallery.
guys still going through those? The galleries?
I finally just quit gallery. I'm just like, they're gonna just keep fucking going with this thing. It's probably the last wave, but I'm just so
It is.
sick of it. I'm just like, you know what? No, fuck you, gallery. I can probably pick them up and slap them together. It's probably 3 more fucking weeks for the deadline, so I could probably still put it together if I wanted to. I was really only doing them in blue.
Yeah, there's one more little short drop for wave 4 of gallery. So you got another 2-3 days, I think, before they leave the store.
Well, they'll
But-
probably. I can just pick those. I can just do the very last drop, and then just
Yep.
trade back into the rest of the
Trade back,
Sure.
no problem.
Sure.
Because everyone's holding on to those Sio Bibbles.
Oh yeah.
I got
And the wave award for the blues is Sebulba or Watu.
you bibble,
Oh.
bitch.
This is a crisis.
Right?
You must contact me.
Jealous?
So, Greg and John, and Crystal, are you guys still up to date on the Masterworks thing? I know we're all doing that, aren't we?
I'm not.
Oh, are you talking about? You're talking about defining moments?
Yeah, the defining
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm still doing that, and I'm up to date in gold.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's what 10? Is there 10 out now? About halfway done.
Yeah,
A huge set. It's like 22 fucking cards. I'm kind of regretting my choices, but I'm so far into it now. I gotta keep going. So I usually do 2. I do a big pack on my main and a big pack on my alt, and if I don't pull it, boom, I'm over to eBay. And they've been going for $5 to $6 on average for the golds, because they're kind of lucky pulls for people who are doing the other ones, the metal. So yeah, I'm still up to date, and I made it through the Boba Fett one. That was, if there's a gold ray in that, that's going to be tough.
yeah, and I do like these cards. They're great looking cards.
Yeah, and they got
it's all
backs and
main
everything.
all main characters and stuff. I'm up to date with the standard on my iPad, but what was it, the Emperor or yesterday or something? That one it took like 50,000-60,000 coins to pull one. And I'm like, what the hell? This is 1 in 7. I'm up to like 25 packs or something.
Well, let me tell you how odds work. Every time.
Oh,
every
can you
pack
tell me
opening
about
is a separate event? And it's
can you
like
tell me
throwing
about the
100
7-sided die? Can you tell me about the 7-sided die again, please?
Yes, exactly. Tell me about the 7-sided die, Daddy. The legend.
Yeah. Oh man, but there was a Boss Nass in the gallery this week, so I had to pick up the 15 count, and luckily, Alan Tatooine Don pulled that, and I had a low count brew farm, so perfect swap.
He would have gave it
thank
to
you.
you. He would have given it to you for a white Baru.
I know he would have, but
he's nice like that. But it's good that you had
he
something
is.
good.
Yeah,
For him.
sending the right cards to their respective homes. And the Ewok joined the fight. We're done with Wave 1 at this point, but they're still doing these catch-up packs. It's like,
Right.
why? Just drop the next wave. There's no one catching this up. They're spitting out gobs of these out of every
They
pack.
did the same thing with those Avatar, that Avatar thing that they've been doing.
Yeah.
They have one, and then they go back through them again. They don't want anybody, to miss a chance to spend some crystals. So more power to them.
Yeah.
It does kind of drag the whole thing out, because I think that's going to go on for a long fucking time. There's a lot of shit in that book that we have not seen, and
Yep.
at least that said, I feel like possibly 4 waves of those things. So it's going to be going on for a while. We're going to be pretty sick of Ewoks.
Yeah, for sure. I like the cards though. I like the cards a lot.
They do look nice. I like them a lot.
They're lovely, lovely cards. Just beautiful.
Which did you guys do? Did you guys do all the blues, the greens? Did any of you do golds?
I did blue, and then I kind of fucked up green. I missed a couple of drops on green. So
They're still in catch-up packs.
that,
There's
I should go out and
Go get some
go
ketchup
get some
packs.
catch 'em ups. Do some catch 'em ups. I tried to trade some people in the feeds, the transmissions for greens, but they were all like, my greens are worth so much money. I'm not trading it for that. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I have a couple greens. Check me and see if there are any you need. I have a couple of them that I pulled.
All
I have a
need-
couple greens.
Cool. I'll just take them and then I'll do dupes for needs and I'll be done. I
Yeah.
only have a couple of them, so
Do it. I don't. I'm not collecting greens.
I can't pay attention long enough to keep up with shit like that.
Yeah. Finally, this week we had Clone Wars eponyms. God damn, that set is huge.
Yeah.
It's like 20 some cards.
So
And
I think it was Darth
and-
Vader was telling me we're in chat in a trade chat, and he said somebody like they hired an English major. Like, well, actually, I think somebody got a word of the day calendar for Christmas.
and 22 cards, no Count Dooku in the Clone Wars set. He's kind of a big deal in that series. Just saying, tops.
Dave.
In this wave, yeah, you'll get railed. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They'll make
you
it
know there's going to be another wave.
They'll make it a
of
wave
these.
award, and then you'll be crying.
Yeah.
You'll be,
And
I
now
will
the
be.
overall award for collecting both waves, both series.
And all the SIGs.
This is a
Pretty much.
special edition cartoon Count Dooku.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also some really nice SIGs in this set, including a dual SIG and a quad SIG that's just awesome looking.
Yeah, I'm not into the Clone Wars stuff, so I didn't do any of it. I saw it and I was like, oh, that exists. I didn't.
Yeah.
Do it. But
Yeah,
y'all
there's
got
some really...
Didn't Alan pull the quad sig?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if he kept it or not, or if he was trading it away.
He
I don't-
asked around if anybody really wanted it, and I don't think anybody raised their hand, so he went forth to rail.
But I don't think he got anything worthy of it yet. I don't know. If he did, he would have showed us. And he showed us a couple trades. He's like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Yeah, there's some really great images in there, and there's a couple stinkers in that set. I'm kind of like, all right, cool. There's a baby Boba, and there's a Chewbacca. Chewbacca was in like what, one episode of Clone Wars, 120 some episodes they've done.
Well, I mean,
And there's
he's
like a Chewbacca
pretty
card.
Pretty important compared to, say, like a Count Dooku. It's pretty important.
Yeah. We got an Asajj, we got a Savage Opress, we've got a Maul, and a Oppress, we've got it says dark side all over it. I'm like, oh, there's another guy with the dark side on there. But
You'll
so
get
be
it.
it.
Yeah, you watch. You're gonna get
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Here for what you wish for. They're gonna get you.
They're like, oh shit, by popular demand, we've released another wave of 37 cards.
By popular demand.
Yeah.
Every single one of them will be Dooku.
Yeah. Jesus. I hope not. I kind of do, but I don't.
Careful what you wish for.
Exactly. Well, anything else going on in Star Wars, guys?
Not that I can think of. Not really.
I don't think there's...
That's fine.
I'm just on the glide path to Vintage Awards.
Yeah.
Can cross my fingers, and
Waiting to.
they didn't miss any of my
Oh, that
awards,
ticket.
and I screen capped all my shit. So don't try to fucking tell me I didn't have it in time for the deadline. I do. I got it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really interested to see where the count ends up on that Ray. We've been talking around, and I think it's probably going to end up in the, I want to say 250 to 300 range, which is
I can
pretty
see
low.
that.
It's not as shockingly low, I think, as a lot of people think it's going to be. But just based off the count of the fully fledged Jedi and the Happy Fun Ball, the Death Star Award from Vintage One, those are in about 660 range. So I could see, somewhere around 50 to 60% completion on that for S4, because a lot of people came running back just to do that and get that Ray Award.
There's still a whole lot of attrition that's happened since Series 1 Vintage, though.
For sure.
So it'll be interesting.
And a lot of nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nutritious meals.
A lot of tasty nuggets in the app, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it up with my protein,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jesus. What have we devolved to today?
I don't know.
All right. So, final thoughts?
John, you can go first.
Well, I guess my final thought is to say thank you to you. Because of you, I added a brand new Gilded Mechanical Evolution
No, well, it worked out really well for me as well. I mean, the trade that I sent you was I was kind of a dickhead, actually. It wasn't that nice.
I'm used to it.
No, but I was really happy because that finished off the gold badges of war for me. I had the awards that I got a long time ago. Somebody threw one of them at me. I think it was the mall. That was the S1. And then on eBay, I found the S2, and then they had a connecting award for those as well. And they did another series of badges award that was mostly Clone Wars stuff. So I had all the awards, and once I get those, I'm like, God damn it. Now I got to complete this whole set. And as luck would have it, you had none of the awards and all the S1s that I needed to finish the set. So it was a match made in heaven. I was really scared when I saw that card I saw it on the bay, and I screen capped and I said, hey, where the hell is John? Because I know he's collecting these, and you were nowhere. And it's like hours are going by, 6 hours going by. And the guy had not, he didn't put Mechanical Evolution in the title. I don't even think he knew what set that card was from.
Oh, that would explain why I didn't find it.
Yeah, it was just under Millennium Falcon. So I was really worried that, like Tangent B or, Tangent was going to get it, or Ro Mason was going to see it, because they're always after the Falcon, or even Matt Jacobs likes the Falcon too. And I'm just like, God damn, I know John wants this because he doesn't have that one. And I think Tangent had the other one, and it was
Quite
locked.
possibly.
Yeah, so I was just like, fuck it. I dropped the money on it. It wasn't expensive. You saw what it went for. But it was. I was happy to help, and it helped me out too. So you're welcome, and
Always
thank
a
you
good
very
time.
much.
Thank you. I think I'm down to 4 more needs on that, and they probably won't ever happen. But
Never say
never say never.
No, they're 2 count cards. I mean, you didn't think you'd ever get that one until it just pops up on the bay. So
I mean, I've picked up in the past couple weeks. I've picked up 2 silver gilded prisms, and then that Mechanical Evolution.
yeah, never say never. I really feel like Vintage brought a lot of old players back in, and they were kind of looking around and going, oh, maybe I should probably sell some of this shit finally. That fucking half die guy popped up the other day, last Friday, not this Friday, but the Friday before. He came into the app, he opened a claim pack, and then he got a jumbo pack of villains. And then he disappeared again. Somebody sends me a screen cap, goes, hey, did you see this? I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I had active trades out to that guy for like 6 months at a time sometimes, trying to get that fat clone idiot Mustafar off of him. And he pops up, and I didn't have anything out there for him. So now, once again,
Oh, man.
I'm fucking death watch.
Well, at least we kind of said, sometimes these people are gone. Sometimes they're like, they could be like passed away. We know that he's still on Earth.
Yeah, he's still alive. So hope springs eternal. If he would, man, I'll tell you what, if he'd check in and saw the trade, I backed up the fucking value truck to his house. All he's got to do is hit accept, smash that phone.
Yep. Well, I mean, Blomiwan came back.
Right. And cleared
that's
out
where I got this prism.
like really fast. I feel like that account got sold. I feel like that account got sold, and
I'm pretty sure all the good stuff got moved over to an alt, and then he started selling it off.
Well, I got a bunch of great shit. I mean, I got a Mustafar Princess Leia out of that thing. That's where I got that Hux for her, and I got a Pearl, and man, I mean, I got a few good things out of there before it went crazy.
Yeah, and I got my gold elegant weapon.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the 2 silver prism gilded. I got a couple of Mustafars for hordes in our group. But yeah, a lot of good shit.
Yeah, because you hooked the Greedo for Dan, right?
Mm-hmm. And the Poe for Jen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. That's God's work right there, sir. Thank you.
Just doing what I can.
Yeah, Dan just finished that rainbow. He just completed that rainbow. So there's another little rainbow in the world thanks to you. I mean, that's what really got him going. And then I think he needed a 4 count or something like that, and that turned out to be wicked hard to get. But he did get it.
Always the way. It's always the way with that stuff. You get the toughest card, and then fight for like the bronze or something, and stuff like that.
The 4 count, like, what the fuck, man? I'm this close.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in our final thoughts would be we speaking of buying accounts, bought an account last Sunday. And it was
Oh yeah.
it was quite an account. Yeah, quite an account.
Do you want to give us an account of that account?
I'll give you an account of the account. It had a lot of really great stuff in it. It was a friend of mine from back in the kitten card days, of all the things. A guy named Dart83, really nice guy. Me and him used to just be like Indiana Jones in kitten cards, finding all this really low count shit and making cross trades with it and selling it. We both made a lot of money off of kitten card stuff back in the day, and we had a great time. And then he just kind of like hung it up. He just kind of like pushed off of digital cards almost entirely. And this is a guy I used to talk to on a daily basis, for hours at a time, just back and forth. And he just kind of pushed away from the table on digital cards. And I think about a year and a half ago, I said, hey man, if you're ever interested in, getting rid of any of your stuff, any of your Star Wars stuff, let me know. And then, he never really said anything. And then about last August, I think I said again in the DM that we'd always had, hey man, if you ever want to get rid of any of your stuff or just get rid of sell off your account, let me know. So then out of the blue last Sunday, I get a notification. Yeah, I might be interested in selling my account. What?
Wow.
Really? And so I was like right there and got with him, and we worked out a price, and it was a great price. And it had a lot of fantastic stuff. And it wasn't cheap, but it was a fantastic price for all the stuff that had in it, including a complete vintage S1 with all awards was in there. So Crystal is going to sashay into the Ray Award here later today. And it also had complete wide vision, S1, S2, so much stuff. Nitros red,
Del
Nitros
Rey.
white, Del Rey's. I mean, it was all the best S1 shit. There was no reflections. There were no essentials. That was too late for him. His stuff was almost all 2015, and he had so many space paintings. Jesus Christ. I have mountains of space paintings in blue and gray and orange. I just moved a set of orange over to Chris G709 like yesterday, because he's kind of getting into those. So, but it was we're still moving stuff off
Yep.
the thing, so I have to tell him, hey, okay, I'm sending a bunch of trades.
Nice. Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah, it was great. But we trawled a shitload of stuff out of there last week. I mean, it was just all day. And there's still so many base variants, and there were some nice low. You got a bunch of pinkies. And a couple of monuments.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice collection. So that was our big score out of the blue. I mean, it was just kind of like, well, what else we got to do? Let's send a bunch of trades.
Nice.
So,
Crystal, how about you? Besides getting all that stuff?
That's about it. There's really not much going on.
work from home.
Ugh. They're not with me. Never seen so few wayfinders. Yeah. That's it.
All right. For me, want to thank John, not only for being here today, but for helping me secure a 5-count 2015 holiday Dooku need this week.
Oh, that's right. I did that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So Darth Levi in the app came to me and he sent me a one of one. It says, hey, I have the holiday version of this card. Thought of you. Send me some Mace Windu or, something cool like that. I'm like, go to the group. I'm like, anyone have Mace Windu stuff that, I could trade for? And John's like, oh, do I? And he shoots out this like screenshot of all this low count 2015 stuff. I'm like, okay, now we're in business. So I worked out a trade with John, and hopefully that was good for you. And I got a 2015 need that, I thought we were mostly in dead accounts, aside from one guy that only told me 2 years ago that he wanted a holiday wicket for it. And God, those are just all already with Ewok collectors. So I guess something shook free, or someone came back from the dead, and that card ended up in the wild again. So I was very happy to find that.
New concept in 3 minutes. So wrap it up.
Oh, there we go. There we go. And finally, I'd like to see something from Topps, like a Hoard thread or something in the feed to generate some sort of activity. We've seen it in Disney. Disney's got like a watch party for Onward, and other apps are like, what are you doing in here? We haven't seen anything like that from Star Wars for quite a while. So guys on Star Wars Card Trader, throw us a bone. Throw us just some trade thread to get the trades flowing in there. Finally, be nice in trades. This is a tough time for everyone right now. Whether you're stuck at home or on the front lines, just be nice. Everyone's going through some shit right now, and just be friendly in your trades. Don't be a dick, and just be cool. So to everyone who's either at home or out there doing essential jobs, please stay safe. Please listen to your folks that tell you what protective equipment you may need to wear as part of your daily life. Don't be an asshole and be like, I'm not going to do this shit. I'm just going to go out here and live my life like I normally do.
I'm going to lick railings.
Lick railings.
Lick every goddamn railing I see. I don't care.
Lick the goddamn toilet seat, So please be careful out there. So from all of us at Hoardcast, thank you for listening once again. I know this is tough right now, and we hope that we can just bring you an hour or two of relief each week from the day-to-day reality. So be sure to follow us on Twitter at Hoardcast, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. If you want to be part of the show, give us a call, 904-628-1138, 904-628-1138. And if you'd like to also, send us an email, hoardcast@gmail.com. Greg's always checking those, especially for interesting recipes that he can make at home, inspired by Galaxy's Edge that no one else did.
Exactly.
So for Obi to OG, Padme 1138, Ted Salas, Nacy the Destroyer, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Arrivederci.
Don't touch your face.
Mitchell!
Touching my face all the time. Look at me. I love it.
Wash your damn hands.
Hey!
Hey, I touched my face. Fine.
We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are.
Watching. For Illuminati.